Hope you could get through the last lesson on paste special macros without any hassle. You probably have started getting a feel of what macros are by now. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to record macros related to cell formats. I've chosen this topic as almost all Excel users often deal with cell formatting situations every now and then. Instead of repeating tasks again and again, it's better to record a macro and get it sorted at once. I've got a bunch of numbers to test out our macros. I often format the numbers to have commas in between without any decimal points. Such a format is not available by default in Excel, and hence it becomes time-consuming to do it every now and then. So let's record a macro to deal with this. Click on any random cell. Then click on the Record Macro button. Name the macro CND. CND abbreviated for commas and no decimals for me to remember. Assign Ctrl-Shift-A as the shortcut and select this workbook, and then click on OK. Right-click on the active cell and select Format Cells. Select Number. Change the decimal places to 0 and then check this particular box. Go ahead and stop the macro recording now. Give it a try yourself on these trial numbers to see if it works. Awesome. Let's take another example. I always use Bookman Old Style as my font with a font size of 12 points and everything centrally aligned. Why not record a macro to ease my work that would select the whole sheet and make these changes? Let us try it out. Click on the Record Macro button. Name the macro Format Data. Assign Ctrl-Shift-F as the shortcut and click on OK. Now that the macro is recording, click on the little upside down triangle above row number 1. This will basically select the whole worksheet at once. Then change the font to Bookman Old Style. Font size to 12 points and centrally align it both horizontally and vertically. Then click on cell A1 and stop recording. To see if it works, go to the sheet named Macros and use the shortcut Ctrl-Shift-F, and it's done in an instance. However, if you noticed carefully, there was a small lag and a screen flash when the code was running. We can optimize this by going to the Visual Basic editor by pressing Alt F8. Single click on the macro name and select Edit. Before the first line of code, type application.screenUpdating equals false. And just before the end substatement at the bottom, type application.screenUpdating equals true. Save your file if you wish to save changes. Go to the Macros 2 sheet and try the code again. Use the shortcut Ctrl-Shift-F. Notice how the lag and the screen flash disappears. This little upgrade made your code relatively faster. Whenever you have a code where there is a lot of screen flashing and you feel the code is running a bit slow, try using these lines and the code will surely run a bit faster. I urge you again to go to the Visual Basic editor and try reading the code lines. Even though you might not be able to understand it, you will still get a hang of how the code runs.